ലൈവായി ലൈവ് ആ സ്ക്രീൻ ലൈവ് യൂട്യൂബിൽ വന്നു. ഇനി ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ യൂട്യൂബ് ലിങ്ക് എടുത്ത് അയച്ചാൽ മതി ആൾക്കാർക്ക്. അതിൽ കയറും. ആയിക്കോട്ടെ, നമുക്ക് വിരോധമില്ല. നമുക്ക് ഇതിൽ ലോഡ് കുറയില്ല, വീഡിയോ കോളിലെ ലോഡ് കുറയല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ. അല്ല, യൂട്യൂബ് നടന്നുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ് നമ്മൾ പറയും. അല്ല, ഇത് യൂട്യൂബ് റെക്കോർഡ് ആവുമല്ലോ എന്നേ, അതാണ് എനിക്ക് അഡ്വാൻറ്റേജ്. അല്ല, അത് പൊക്കോട്ടെ. ഷെയർ ശരി. അല്ല, എനിക്കവിടെ നെറ്റ് സ്പീഡ് ഒന്നും കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല. ഐ എം ഹാപ്പി വിത്ത് ഇറ്റ്. പക്ഷെ വലിക്കലേ ഉപയോഗിക്കണവർ എണ്ണം കൂടുതൽ. അച്ഛനും അമ്മയും വരെ വെച്ചോണ്ടിരിക്കല്ലേ വാട്സപ്പും വെച്ചോളാം. അമ്മ പിന്നെ വാട്സപ്പ് ഇല്ല, വീഡിയോ കാണലാണ്. യൂട്യൂബും വീഡിയോ കാണലാണ് കൂടുതൽ. അവിടെ കറണ്ട് പോകും. ഇതൊരു പ്രശ്നം തന്നെയാണ്. ഇല്ല, അതിനാണ് ഞാൻ UPS മേടിച്ച് വെച്ചത്. കുഞ്ഞു UPS മേടിച്ച് വെച്ചത്. ഒരു അപ് ടു 2 hours ആണ്. ഇതുവരെ എനിക്ക് അതിൽ പ്രശ്നം വന്നിട്ടില്ല. നമ്മൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ ആൾക്കാരൊക്കെ മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരും. ആ ഒരു മെനക്കേട് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ. യൂട്യൂബ് ലിങ്ക് വന്നു. അത് കുഴപ്പമില്ല. OBS സ്റ്റുഡിയോ, OBSന്റെ ഓഡിയോ ഇല്ല, ഇതിലൊന്നും കേൾക്കുന്നില്ലല്ലോ. ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത് താൻ മൈക്ക് വെച്ചിട്ടില്ലേ? ഹലോ. അപ്പൊ ഇതില് മറ്റേത് കേട്ടിട്ടില്ല, ഇതിൽ കേട്ടതാ. ഇതില് എവിടെ നിന്നാണ് ഡെസ്ക്ടോപ്പ് ഓഡിയോ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ക്യാപ്ചർ മൈക്ക് എല്ലാം കണക്ട് ആയി കിടക്കണ്ട. ഇതിൽ ഈ മൈക്ക് ഓണായിരുന്നു വാങ്ങാത്തില്. ഇതിന്റെ മൈക്ക് ഓണ, OBSന്റെ മൈക്ക് ഓണായിരുന്നു. ഗ്രൂപ്പിലിട്ടുണ്ട് ഞാൻ. ഇനി ഒന്ന് നോക്കിയേ എന്തെങ്കിലും കേൾക്കണ്ടോന്ന്. ഞാൻ അത് ആദ്യം ഇങ്ങനെ ട്രൈ ചെയ്തേ. ഹലോ. കേൾക്കണ്ട്. ഹലോ. ഇപ്പൊ കേൾക്കണ്ടോ? ഈ പറയണൊക്കെ കേൾക്കണ്ട്. അല്ല, ഞാൻ ഇതൊക്കെ കളയണം. ഇതെല്ലാം കളയാം. അതങ്ങനെയാണ്. യൂട്യൂബ് ലൈവ് എപ്പോഴും അങ്ങനെയാണ്. ഇതൊന്നുമില്ല, അതെ, ഇതെല്ലാം ഓഫാണ്. We will be starting exactly at 10. Please wait.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
സർ ഓഡിയോ വീഡിയോ ക്ലിയർ ആണോ?
ലക്ഷ്മി ശരിയാണ്, ഓക്കെ ആണ്.
ഓക്കെ സർ.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, Latif sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. We will start exactly at 10. Good morning, sir. Shashiran sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Participants other than the resource persons are expected to mute your audio and video. രേഖ ടീച്ചർ എല്ലാവരും ആയിട്ടുണ്ട്, നമുക്ക് തുടങ്ങാം.
ഓ കുഴപ്പമില്ല സാറേ, തുടങ്ങാം.
ലക്ഷ്മി പ്രിയ, യു കെൻ സ്റ്റാർട്ട്.
Okay, sir. Good morning to one and all. The Research Committee of Government College Tripunithura is proud to present the International Multidisciplinary Conference MDRC 2.0 in the presence of Srimati Rega M, Principal of our college, and Dr. R. Shashidharan, Professor Emeritus of Cochin University of Science and Technology, and many delegates online. The pandemic of COVID have caused many curses, but one blessing was the widespread of online education and knowledge sharing. The Research Committee of Government College Tripunithura have hosted more than 70 webinars and 2 national conferences so far from June 2020. This first international conference would showcase research presentations from across interdisciplinary perspectives. Let's begin this inaugural session with a silent prayer. Now, I cordially invite Sri Abdul Latif, Assistant Professor of History, for the welcome address.
Respected Principal, Professor Rekha M, Dr. R. Shashidharan, the Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. Vineet K. M, Convener of Research Committee, other dignitaries, dear teachers, students, good morning, all of you. Today, we are here for the International Multidisciplinary Research Conference. Research is indeed an integral part of academic community. In the current scenario, the boundaries among the disciplines are fast disappearing. Here is the relevance of multidisciplinary approach. By conducting a webinar like this, our college is making a sincere attempt in this regard. Now, I am entering into my duty. First of all, I welcome our beloved principal, Professor Rekha M, who is our constant guide and mentor. Welcome, madam. We are lucky to have Dr. R. Shashidharan, Professor Emeritus CUSAT, for inaugurating this program. A much appreciated teacher and researcher, he is former Professor of Hindi at CUSAT. He served different positions in university, including in charge of Vice Chancellor CUSAT. Respected sir, I cordially welcome you on behalf of Research Committee, Government College, Tripunithura. Next, I welcome Dr. Vineet, the Convener, Research Committee, Government College, Tripunithura. Now, a loving welcome to other dignitaries, teachers, and students who joined the webinar. Welcome all of you. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I cordially invite our principal, Srimati Rega M, for the presidential address.
So a very warm good morning to all of you, although it is raining. It has been correctly said that the improvement of understanding is for 2 ends. First, to increase our own knowledge, and secondly, to enable us to deliver and share that knowledge to others. This is the task with which the Research Committee of Government College Tripunithura has entrusted upon themselves. And I'm proud to say that this illustrious wing of our college has hosted more than 70 webinars and 2 national conferences since June 2020. Apart from organizing national level quiz competitions and innovative contests like the Best Student Teacher contest, which we organized to commemorate Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's birthday, or big book review contests. Hence, it fills me with great pleasure to deliver this address at our first international conference this academic year, which will showcase research presentations from across interdisciplinary perspectives. I understand that the research committee has received about 180 papers. And after a thorough review process, more than 100 papers have been selected for presentation. And we also feel, on behalf of the college, we also feel privileged to have Dr. R. Shashidharan to inaugurate this program and deliver the keynote address. And we are also honored that Dr. Taramol is here to share her knowledge with us. I hope the delegates will find this session very fruitful. And the end of all knowledge should be service to others. And as they say, as Margaret Fuller has said, today a reader, tomorrow a leader. I wish the initiatives of the research committee the very best and every success at all their endeavors which are academically oriented. Thank you. And I hope you will find all the sessions here very fruitful and productive. And before signing off, I would like to present my excuse because I have a very busy schedule today. I shall be leaving the talk with the permission of the convener and the members of the research committee, the resource persons, and the delegates. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now, I cordially invite Dr. R. Shashidharan for inaugurating the event and delivering the keynote address.
Sir, mic mute ആണ്.
Is it audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Respected Principal, Srimati Rekha M, Dr. Vineet K.M., Convener, Research Committee, Government College Tripunithura, Sri C.H. Abdul Latif, Member of Research Committee, Dr. Taramol K.G., Manipal University, Dubai, other faculty members, distinguished guests, and dear participants, good morning. First of all, I thank you for inviting me to inaugurate this prestigious event. It is really a good initiative from your part at a time when programs like this are so important. I am also happy to know that Government College Tripunithura is organizing international and national seminar. Yeah, I would like to say that the research committee of the Tripunithura Government College has organized more than 70 national or international seminars. Congratulations. Today, there is no need to say or needed to explain the importance of research to the people like you. I mean the teachers and researchers who are hearing this. There is no need to explain the importance of research. With your permission, I am going to switch off the video. Okay. Whenever I think about research, I really remember the story. This is a folk story or folktale written by an American writer, Mary maple dodge. You might have heard the story or read the story. It's a story about a brave boy, and Mary Dodge named him as Hans Bringer. He's a Dutch boy who saved his country by putting his finger in a leaking dike of a dam. The brave thing he has done is that he saved his country by giving up his own life. Today, when we are enjoying so many convenience, actually these things are obtained through research. Our multidisciplinary research is a technique in which the tools of different sciences and science and other disciplines are utilized to find an explanation to the issue under study. Multidisciplinary research enhances, as our principal said, the vision of the researchers on discipline. Multidisciplinary research enhances the vision of researchers on their own disciplines. They are the way to acquire the insights on their disciplines. Therefore, multidisciplinary research contribute to the lifelong learning of researchers. Research actually, research is itself is multidisciplinary. As a student of literature, when I had done my research, I came to know that I have to go to learn history, to understand history, politics, sociology, psychology, or anthropology, for understanding more things related with my topic. Research at present has become the most viable and efficacious way to solve the problem. In this era of fast-moving society, numerous types of socio-economic problems having relation to other disciplines like politics, anthropology, psychology have arisen, which demand a comprehensive approach to get to their solution. Economists, for example, may focus on cost-effective mechanisms, socialists on empowering the poor and addressing social inequality, anthropologists on acknowledging local customs, practices, and social structures, psychologists on attributions of responsibility or individual relations at work, and development practitioners on relation with the local community. Without inclusion of these diverse perspectives and the interaction of economic, sociological, and anthropological or cultural variables, etc., the risk of confirmation bias becomes logically enough elevated. For multidisciplinary research more effective, we have to create a research culture. Creating a research culture is an essential part of higher education. Research is highly essential for knowledge creation and innovation. When we engage in research, our students, institution, and society get its benefit in diverse forms. Research culture also demands a publishing culture. Publishing our research works in reputed national and international journals is also very important. Currently, we are lagging behind this aspect. When you see the NIRF ranking of colleagues, when we see the NRI ranking of colleges over the years, we can see that a major share, that is around 20% of colleges are from Kerala. However, when we check the marks obtained by our colleges for RPC, Research Publication Citation, RPC parameters, we realize that except a few colleges. However, when we check the marks obtained by our colleges for RPC parameter, we realize that except a few colleges, many get less than 20 marks. We get 60 to 70 marks for other parameters. The marks for RPC parameter come from number of research papers and the number of citation. Now, publication of any type and platform will not be considered for your marks. UGC careless puts strict boundaries for journals. Hence, webinars like this will highlight the importance of research and subsequent publication. Hence, my humble suggestion is that do creative research and publish quality articles in reputed journals. Collaborate with your university departments. Make use of university library, electronic resources. Be aware of various research tools. Invite eminent scholars and as speakers. Attend general research programs. Attend general and several research programs and bring in more innovative ideas for the future. I wish the program all success and I declare this event inaugurated. Thank you. If you would like to know something more from me, please do some interactions. Once again, thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Vineet, for inviting me to this program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I cordially invite Dr. Vineet KM, convener of the conference, to propose the vote of thanks.
Respected Principal, Dr. Shajiran sir, our chief guest of the day, and all the participants, dear committee members, dear faculty members, and delegates. Good morning to all. We have been fortunate enough to have inaugurated our international conference by Dr. Shajiran sir, and it is my duty to propose vote of thanks. At the outset, I thank our principal for the kind sanction and support and patronage throughout the conduct of the event and all the academic activities of Research Committee, Government College, Tripunithura. Second, I should thank Dr. Shajiran sir, Professor Emeritus of QSAT, for sparing his thoughts on the importance of research and the attributions which young researchers should go in further so that they can pursue better excellence in research career. And as he always says, the importance of research in career development is known to the people, and that is why we are attending these kind of events. Thank you, sir, for your kind participation and good words showered upon the research committee. Thank you very much. I should also thank Abdul Latif sir for his participation and presentation of welcome address in this particular meeting. I thank all the committee members, teachers, and all the delegates who have come across from different parts to be part of this event. Thank you very much. And I should also mention that we'll be having the next technical session after a few minutes once the resource person joins. Since we are running ahead a bit early, so we will have this session at the earliest. Please stay online. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We begin the technical session shortly.
ആ പറഞ്ഞത് പറഞ്ഞു പോയില്ലേ?
Dr. Taramol will join in 5 minutes, so you can relax for the time. In between, let me inform you that our paper presentations are done in virtual mode. All the presentations are getting uploaded to YouTube. Of course, we have some limitations due to daily data upload limits to the channel. So we are done almost 70 to 80% upload is done. And once it is finalized, it will be informed. Then regarding the publication of the proceedings, the received papers will be given for second level review. For the first level was for originality. Second level is now done for the quality of publication to eligible for publication. Once it is done, each and every individual author will be informed by email, and the ebook with ISBN will be issued to them. And we have in the halfway of getting allotted ISBN from MHR, Ministry of Human Resource Development, and they will be issuing us soon. And once it is ready, and within 2-3 weeks of time, the pending DTB works will be done and file will be ready to you. And I'm happy that I could offer all these services free of cost. So happy with the opportunity, and I'm happy that we received a lot of research papers from different parts of the country in different subjects, and let us see. Hope it would be continued, and we can conduct more events in this line. Please wait for 5 minutes till the next resource person joins. So first, we will start the next session very soon. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Okay.
Good morning.
Lakshmi, we can start.
Now, let's begin the first technical session of the conference. I cordially invite Dr. Mufli Hayes, Assistant Professor of Commerce, for introducing the resource person.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm very happy today to introduce our resource person of the day, and it's a great privilege to welcome Dr. Taramol KG, who is currently working with School of Business, Manipal University, Dubai, as an assistant professor in economics. With her 15 years of experience and significant leadership position and substantial expertise in academic governance and curriculum development, she has taught undergraduate and postgraduate courses in United Arab Emirates and India. Professor Taramol KG has completed her PhD in economics from Bardiyar University, Coimbatore. She holds MPhil degree from Alagappa University, India, Master of Education from Kerala University, Master of Economics from MG University, postgraduate diploma in business management from South Asian Institute of Management and Technology, India. She is the recipient of the 2017 Best Faculty Award from the South Indian Association of Scientists, Developers and Faculties in India. Most recently, the coordinator of BBA Evening Program, a Quality Focus Group and Subject Area Coordinator, School of Business, Manipal University, Dubai. Professor Taramol KG is ongoing research interests are and around economics, entrepreneurship, and education. She has presented more than 25 papers in national and international academic conferences and published papers in internationally ranked journals. Her research paper won the Excellent Paper Award in the year 2014. She has also won the Best Presentation Award and many more awards she has won. Professor Taramol KG has served as a keynote and the speaker session chair for many international conferences, and she has hands-on experience in organizing and conducting international conference and workshops. So let me add on to it that is she is a motivational speaker, conducted several lectures in professional institutes and social institutions on the topic like be an opportunity maker, internet addiction among children, personality development, etc. She is a life member of Kerala Economic Association. She has appointed as an honorary advisor member of the Social Science and Humanity Research Association. So with this brief introduction, let me welcome Dr. Taramol KG to our conference, International Multidisciplinary Conference. Ma'am, please.
Yeah, Dr. Mufaya, thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. A very good morning for one and all present here. And once again, thank you, Dr. Vineet and the conference organizing committee to inviting me for this International Multidisciplinary Conference 2021. And I know that I'm so happy to see around 93 people in this conference. I hope maybe PG and the UG students also are involved in this conference, right? Am I right?
Yes,
Mostly
Yes,
faculty
yes.
members. Mostly faculty members and then PG
And students also there, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Because I know that Saturday it's a holy day, and out of your busy schedule, you all are here. Is it a holiday there in your college, right? Today?
Yes.
Yes. So I know that it's after hectic 1 week at class and the college and all the duty, you will get only 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. I know out of your all the household commitments, you all are here to attend the session. That's a strength, and maybe that's a motivation. Actually, the research committee, I have seen that in the Facebook and other social media, you people are updating the conference and the events and all the things. Hats off to you and respect all of you. That especially, I'm so happy to see in Kerala, one government college taking this initiative and do a lot and encourage your students to be there in research and innovation program. And I'm sure, maybe I do not know if the faculty are very curious to know, might be, but the students, they have a kind of presumption. Usually conferences, it's Taramam is here and she will come and she will talk about kind of very conceptual, kind of very complicated economic things. I mean, we had research findings and all. It's a monotonous. For 1 hour we need to suffer. Okay, and maybe I do not know. At least few of them, but at the research meeting, it is all of them are interested and they will come. But chances are there to immediately, or Tarama, when she start, immediately mute the mic and to do some other work and all. Because we are human beings, I can understand. But trust me, in this session, I have incorporated 2-3 videos that definitely will, you will happy to see that, and definitely you will like it. And that's the way I hope I can share a few more ideas and the updates regarding that particular economy. Okay, so videos are awaiting for you, and definitely I'll explain. And it is more not like a research, my findings and ideas. More than that, as a keynote or the session speaker, I would like to talk about kind of updates there in the economy. So the concept, you all know that the impact of digitalization on economy. So here, as I've been here more than 12 years here in UAE, so I thought about to share some knowledge, some insights on UAE economy. So my topic is, it's a digitalization, but I just narrowed down that study, and I wish to talk about UAE economy. I hope that won't be a problem for you. It's a kind of knowledge sharing. Okay. So last few months, or sorry, not months, it's a few years, have been difficult for everyone across the globe. Never had anyone imagined such a calamity would fall upon them. No one was prepared to face the challenge and its impact, especially in the financial area, we all know. And we often wonder what the future holds for us. So here in Dubai, that a ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and the Prime Minister of the UAE and the ruler of Dubai, has said, anyone who thinks that the world after COVID-19 will be the same as the one before it is mistaken. Now we all know that it's true. As they say, change is the only constant. The world has changed post COVID-19 and it will keep changing. Actually, I also wonder how the vital service sectors will evolve technology though. So let us look at how the UAE is leading the way in making digitally transformed country. So I'll show you the presentation. I hope I can present, right? How can I?
You can share screen button. 5th button.
Maybe in mine it may be different. Which one?
There is an arrow. There is an upward arrow.
Yes, present now it is there. A window. No.
You can share entire screen and play the video, or
Yeah,
if it is YouTube, you can share a tab.
No, it's not YouTube. It is in the file. I'll take that file 1 minute. 1 minute.
You can share entire screen so that whatever you take would be there on the screen.
But it's not coming, I think.
It will come. There will be a box. There will be a box, and you'll have to select it again.
I'm pressing the share. Yeah. I think it's coming.
Yes.
Yeah, it's coming, right?
Slowly. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's coming.
Now it's ready.
So where is my presentation? So can you see this slides?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You can put on slideshow now.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
So this is thank you, Dr. Vinith. So this is the topic today, the impact of digitalization on UAE economy. So we all know that the UAE, I'll explain. Okay. So first of all, we will discuss about the introductory part, quick facts to know about what is UAE. We all know that, maybe I know that many of your relatives are here living in UAE, but we need to know the introductory things, or maybe give an introduction about the UAE economy. UAE can be rightfully termed a global phenomenon. In less than 50 years, the country has emerged from a sandy desert into a futuristic center. It's an oasis, rich and history and tradition, but also embracing modernity. It is the second largest economy in the Arab world. I'm just giving up bullet points because you'll be able to understand. This is the only point you need to remember. Okay, if anybody asks you about UAE economy, at least you will get an idea. What is this country and what is its population and how it's not like in India we know that different states are there. This is not the case of UAE. So I thought to give an introduction about that. That's it. So as I said, it's the second largest economy, and with a population over 9.9 million people. 89% of them which comes from around the world as expatriate. The country is known for its fascinating architecture, maybe that you have seen in the Expo 2020. End of the session, I will give you a glimpse of that Expo 2020 things also. Luxury resorts are here, golden beaches, expensive cars, and the desert safaris. However, these are not the only factors that allure hundreds of thousands of international investors each year. The United Arab Emirates oil production, along with the robust growth in other business sectors, has transformed the country into one of the Middle East's major economic powerhouses. You may already know that UAE is one of the wealthiest countries in the world. However, before gaining the title, its road to success was rather thorny, with endless negotiations, meetings, agreements, and disagreements. So, the federal budget for the UAE for the fiscal year 2021 is 58.3 billion, and it's an open economy, and economic diversification has reduced the oil and gas sector's portion to GDP to 30%. As you all know that UAE, it's formed in 1971, and it is solely depend upon oil resources only. And but in late 1920, I'll show you that when we discuss about the GDP, that time I will show you that graph. In end of 1920s, the UAE launched a diversification and liberalization program to reduce reliance on oil. What is the reason? The reason is this one. See, it starts with the it came into existence in 1971, but when you look into this graph, you can see 1988, 1989, and 1988, and all a kind of fluctuation. It's more or less, till 1980 it is stagnant. Actually, the GDP, the growth rate. After that, a kind of fluctuation is there, but in these fluctuation, it happened because of the global recession. So whenever a global recession, if anything happens to the US dollar or price of oil in the global market, immediately it hit the UAE economy. Then gradually they realized only with oil resources we cannot survive in the market. So what we need to do, they thought about the diversification. So Dubai ICT Act 1991, I'll come to that point, actually helped them to change a lot, and the economy, a big leap is there into the GDP, the growth and development of the UAE economy. Actually, it helps to reduce the reliance of oil and transform the economy from a conventional labor-intensive economy to one based on knowledge, technology, and skilled labor. That was their plan. Also, they a lot of initiatives they have taken to diversify that economy from oil to non-oil sectors. Actually, UAE had long before recognized the importance of digitalization and the role of information and communication technologies in achieving it. So, as I said, the country is Federation of 7 Emirates and was established on 2nd December 1971. In our country, India, we have different states, But in UAE, it is divided in among different 7 emirates actually. Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Ras Al Khaimah, Al Quwain, and Fujairah. These are the 7 emirates in UAE. As you all know, Islam is the official religion of the UAE and Arabic is the official language. But you should not think that only if we know Arabic, then only we can survive over here. That is a misconception. If we know that English, that is officially, people, they widely used that English as a medium of communication over here. And the currency which we usually here we use is UAE dirham, and it is launched in 1973, May 19. UAE is considered as one of the region's less corrupted country. You all have heard about that GCC, right? And UAE plays a significant role in OPEC and the UN, and it is one of the founding members of the GCC. It is a home. Over 200 nationalities are here, and they just work and they contribute to this economy. The estimated 2021 population is 9.9 million, and it is 9.27 million in 2016. Actually, 1.02% increases from 2020. The population of UAE in 2020 was 9.8, and 1.23% increase from 2019. Then this is what we discussed before. So as I said, 1971, when it came into existence, it was, we all know that it was full desert, and there is no, only pearl diving and kind of things usually they used to, and oil production and all helped them to survive. But gradually they realized oil prices usually fluctuate, the global recession, anything come in, it is very difficult for them to survive. It was a big question for them. So what they did, late 1928, okay, usually that time, end of 1990s, what they did is that they have established in 1999 one act they implemented, that is called the Dubai Information and Technology Act, Information and Communication Act, ICT Act they have introduced. After that, you can see a big leap in their development. Then 2008 slowed down the growth because of the oil crisis. 2014 also you can see. 2019, from 2015 to 2019, or maybe 1984 to 2020, they just forecasted their growth, GDP. This data you can see in the left hand side, you can see that blue graph, the trend, and this growth curve, actually it was their estimation in 2019. 2019, their expected growth was $426 billion. But unfortunately, we all know that because of the COVID pandemic, that also really hit, hardly hit this UAE economy. Forecasted GDP growth in UAE for 2021 was 3.3%, but 2020 it was estimated during the COVID it is minus 3.5% following the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, this was the but again now they are surviving, and GDP in the UAE, we know that it's the second largest economy. It is shrink about 6% in 2020 compared to the previous forecast and decline of 5.2%. But in 2021, that is this year, the economy is expected to grow 2.5%. Okay, and it was just like India, UAE will likely suffer a deeper economic contraction in the year 2020 than previously estimated, hurt by disruption caused by COVID-19 and lower oil prices. Then, why diversify? Why digitalize? It's a question. So we all know about that. We are in fourth industrial revolution. So the knowledge actually, machine replaced to knowledge, and now it is a time to think about that artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and all the things. So why they thought about to digitalize? The answer is that I already discussed about you. Only with oil, because the discovery of oil actually helped all the Middle East country to survive. And in overnight, few countries were become very rich. Gradually, you just like Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia recently, we all know that it is also in the path of diversification. And Bahrain is considered as the first post-oil economy. UAE also that oil post-oil, or maybe to diversify. Then only we need to think about how can we utilize our tourism, banking, construction field to allocate our resources and help us to face this kind of oil fluctuation and the problem. And it should not affect the development of that country. And we must be self-reliant. All these thought actually help them to digitalize and diversify the country. So here, the vision of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, and he said, our reliance upon knowledge and scientific thinking to achieve total development is the only way to bring our nation ahead the stage of qualitative non-oil production. So here, this is their share of oil and diversification effort. In 2009, 80% of the revenue they have earned from oil resources. 2011, it reduced to 77%. 2013, it has again came down to 70%. 2017, it is only 30%. And in 2020, their vision was to only 20% of the revenue from oil resources. Then what about the other 80%? Other 80% is from non-oil sectors. The value of the UAE's non-oil foreign trade reached 1.4 trillion dirhams. That means around $381.47 billion in 2020. And it has braved pandemic-driven uncertainties and continued the trade momentum. The country's non-oil export grew 10.1% year-on-year to 254.6 billion dirham in 2020. That is the achievement they have earned. Think about it. 1971, it is solely dependent upon oil resources, but now they have earned only more than 80% of the revenue from non-oil sectors. Why am I discussing this one to you? The reason is that you all have to understand the opportunities, employment opportunities, investment opportunities are there, or in future it will be there in UAE economy. UAE, it's a growing economy, and they have taken a lot of initiative here to boost that economy, to recover from that COVID pandemic situation. $30 billion. Actually, here one bank is there. Which one is that? Emirates Development Bank. Okay, through Emirates Development Bank, the government has funded, okay, maybe allocate a lot of money, resources, and they just provide a lot of financial assistance to the different, especially for SMEs here in the country, because more than 90% of the business is focused on SMEs here. So government is giving a lot of help and support to the companies over here, investors, and they just allocate millions of dollars to for the survival in this COVID situation. The one important thing is Emirate Development Bank, 30 billion dirhams. They just they are planning to allocate to the investors here in UAE, and they are planning for the financial support to support the investors. We know that many of the business, it is under threat, and they all are in the threshold of the shutdown. So government somehow they want to help them. So EDB, Emirates Development Bank, is trying to give the 30 billion they are planning to allocate with very minimal interest rate. So a lot of initiative they have taken to boost this economy, and now it is less than 20% of the revenue they are expecting and from the oil resources. They are independent, and they are focusing on the non-oil sectors. So definitely expatriates like us, we have a lot of opportunities here in UAE. So I wish to add a few more points here, that UAE 2020 vision I have given here. 2021 vision is also government is has already published. What is that 2021 vision? UAE seeks to attain sustainable development. So to get that one, and trade is one of the essential element of the strategy. And they have some initiative. They have already taken some initiative to attain this sustainable development. That one is, as I said, diversify the economy, including the diversification in income resources, investment in the non-oil sector, and expansion in trade infrastructure. And they wish to decrease the share of oil revenue in the composition of UAE's GDP to 5% by 2021. Think about it. Okay, from 100% of oil revenue to now they are expecting only 5% from in 2021. Then create an enable environment for trade and investment, in particular in the new economic sectors such as aerospace and technology. Enhance the competitiveness in the foreign market and develop and promote commercial diplomacy less than 20% of the revenue. At the federal level, what they are trying to do is that UAE is from the oil resources 2021 vision, they are which aims to place and they are innovation on the non-oil sectors and science. Young people are the heart of for this forward-looking vision, taking on key leadership role in business, government, science, and more. Then and now we will talk about the transformation or digitalization here in UAE. Tech transformation in UAE. As I said, they always seek or think about or focusing on how can be a self-reliant economy, how can be independent economy. So only one way or the solution is the digitalization, because in the fourth industrial revolution. So what is the tech transformation there in the UAE? This journey actually began in 1999, announcement of Dubai's ICT strategy. Again, we just think about India. I'm not comparing the Indian economy and UAE. We cannot even compare it, because India, it's a large economy and democratic. We have a lot of immense of natural resources. If the economy is based on democracy, definitely a lot of problems also will be there. So we cannot compare, but at least in 1999, it's a small country like UAE, they thought about that importance of technology. That is a brilliant, and that is we respect this government because of this kind of visionary principle. They are the visionaries, and they always think. They always looking forward to give a happy life and to ensure the safety and protection of the people, those who are living in country. And there is no discrimination. People from Asia or from Europe or any part of the world, they try to maintain the peace, safety, and security. So 1991 itself, they thought about the scope of technology. That is a brilliant. And what was it, the technology? It is followed by Dubai Internet City, Dubai e-government, Dubai Smart Government. I'll explain one by one. In 2014, Smart Dubai Initiative, that is Internet of Doing Things, data analytics, blockchain, and all the things. And now it is now everywhere in UAE, they all discuss about artificial intelligence. I will show you a small video. Then I talk about the UAE government. They are visionaries and they always look forward. And now they have the plan. I'm sure about 10 years plan. It's ready, and definitely they will implement. And they are determined, I believe, because of this video. Please watch this video. I hope if it is not audible, please let me know. But if it is not audible, it's okay, because it's in Arabic, but the CC will be there. So the subtitle will be there. So you can listen that, you can watch the video, you will understand how fast they have, what was in 1971, how the economy or the country looked like, and now what all changes are there.
الجهاز العصبي للاقتصاد العالمي الجديد. فالإنترنت تغير وسائل الاتصالات التي نعرفها ومفاهيم الأسواق التي اعتدنا عليها. إننا نرى في هذه التطورات الجديدة فرصة لنعمل على تغيير مفهوم اقتصادنا خلال العقد المقبل. لذلك يسرني اليوم أن أعلن عن مشروع مدينة دبي للإنترنت. متى تجهز المدينة في خلال سنة. Well done to the Internet City team, and well done for all these companies who took that advantage.
Only a year ago, we were informed of your great initiative called Dubai Internet City.
Dubai Internet City has put the United Arab Emirates on the industry's global map in a time frame that many countries with much larger technology industries would have found challenging.
When I visited last, I was very impressed with Dubai. Now I'm extremely excited with your vision for the Dubai Internet City Initiative.
And this project, I think, will help lead the citizens of this part of the world into the next stage of e-business and the internet.
Dubai Internet City is a bold step into the future. And this is just the beginning.
Here. It started here. Feels like yesterday. One day, the sand.
Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
The sky. An open space. And now, this. All the corners of the world come together. A global community sharing aspirations and ideas, making them real, bringing them into life. We connect, we take part, and we share. And we make it happen. Whoever said it would be hard was right. Whoever said it wasn't possible was wrong. Look at how far we've come, how high we've reached. This is what we created. And it's only just the beginning.
We all take risks in life. But do you know what is the biggest risk? Or not taking risk at all. Thank you very much.
So this is what I said, that their determination and commitment helped them to create that Internet City in an year. So think about this, a huge investment involved in that particular initiative. We can't even think of it in 1 year. They can develop that Internet City and they can, the dream came true. They can fulfill their dream. Okay, this is what that was a stepping stone and the first step they have taken for the digitalization, introduction of digitalization in this country. Then digitalization, how it has changed into the life or the economic development of that country. Economic has it has changed a lot because with the 1 minute. Changed a lot. Okay, so this is a few aspects I would like to share with you. That is digitalization in the business space. So business, banking, and tourism, employment, and these are the different sectors. I just give an idea about that. Digitalization in the business space. It's the online consumers responded to the online ads and videos. 91% of them in UAE, when we compare to Saudi Arabia, UAE is far ahead. While the online people they are responding to online ads and they watch online videos. Now it is 100 plus actually the penetration in UAE. The internet penetration is very high level of internet penetration is there in UAE. Then the digital revolution actually transforming the Middle East. People in the Middle East, 70 to 80% of the population are carrying supercomputer in their pocket, highest global smartphones, and on the metric Bahrain, UAE, and Qatar, the United States of America. When we compare, 100% of penetration is there in Middle East, but in UAE before pandemic. Okay, pandemic it is different story, 80%. Demography also 50%, more than 50% of the population is under the age of 24. Okay, then that is also attract investors to invest in this kind of cloud computing or maybe artificial intelligence and all, because we know that in 10 years down the line, definitely a lot of changes will be happening here in UAE. UAE's population is not like in India. UAE population, as I said, it is nationals plus expatriates, and more than 80% of the people they are in 89% of them are expatriates. Singapore, so only other 11% are them are the local population here in UAE. That is the beauty of this country. So investors and the people, those who come to this country, they have a clear plan, they have dream, and they want to invest, they want to survive. That will actually an added advantage of this country. Then inferences. The tech native and the savvy youth in the Middle East will only further boost the digital production adoption rate. Again, online transaction in the Middle East, it is 2016, but in 2021-20, alarming rate of changes are there in the online transaction because of the COVID pandemic. Okay, the MENA region means the Middle East and North Africa. It has been significant growth in the e-commerce sector in 2020 when we consider. With a young population and high level of internet penetration, particularly in the GCC, the region offers huge potential. While it had a lower than average annual growth rate compared to the worldwide rate before COVID-19 pandemic, before COVID-19 it was comparatively less. Digital savviness is expected to drive e-commerce activity in the future before. But moreover, the acquisition of Souk.com. I'm not sure whether you are aware of Souk.com. In Amazon is there, and India many other online platforms are there, right? So here it was a very famous one is Souk.com. So Souk.com actually acquisition. So acquisition of Souk.com by Amazon in 2017. Actually, that helped. That has changed. A drastic change were there in the digital usage of digital platform. The emergence of new platforms such as Noon, that is also widely used one here in UAE, Noon platform, and the growth of mobile wallets have played a pivotal role in changing the perception of e-commerce within this region. Okay, then online retail services in Amazon purchase also in the year, the retails, that's what I said, Souk.com earlier. It was $650 million in this. this is a penetration, smartphone penetration, time spent, and all the data. So people they used in UAE is coming under when we consider all other Middle East country, UAE is positioned ranked one in the usage of online media or the platform for the shopping, purchase, and the anyways that internet penetration. It's very high in UAE. UAE's digital sector and business, it is 60% of UAE sales being driven by mobile shopping. The global mobile payment market is expected to reach $507 billion in the next year. Again, it's increasing. Then expanding on momentum, digitalization is a slowly and gradually they just the transition had happened, because 1971 it solely depend on oil. 1990 they have introduced ICT Act. From there they started they thought about the internet city and all the thing, smart Dubai and all the plans they have taken. So it is a kind of different phases. So digitalization in the business, ENOC and EPCO, it's a petrol station, like a petroleum related business in UAE. It has developed a prepaid fueling system. I mean, before it was, we all know that in India also we use cashless payment, right? We all use card. We can pay once we fill the petrol fuel. You can use card, but now it is a cashless. Now it is cardless payment also possible in UAE. Okay, you can take it's a valid. You can prepaid fueling. Okay, you will get a kind of things from that when prepaid fueling once you done, it will be reflected into your oil that in your car. When in the fuel station, if you go, they can take money. It will be deducted from your account. Cashless, cardless payment is possible in UAE. Oil is another business. Oil majors in the UAE are exploring ways to make the oil field smarter. It is digitalized, as I said. They've used sensors and controlling system. Car booking services there in India, many are there. No, the same way here also. Uber and the Didi in China dominated in global space. Careem is also able to compete regionally with a localized strategy focusing on B2B integration. So they have started this Careem online car booking services is there. Souk, that what I said, reached a first unicorn with a market capitalization over 1 billion USD. Now it is acquired by that Amazon. Again, 75,000 of business are happening there in Souk. These are the different digital platform which we use. For the Dubizzle is for the second hand any product if you purchase. Usually we all use the Dubizzle platform. These are the widely used platform, online shopping platform people usually used. Then online purchase and the research when we conducted, this is also a 2 years back study, because during pandemic we that is not updated in the research that I'm doing the research and it's not finalized yet. So 65% have already ordered everyday consumer good online, and 75% of thinking an alternative in in-store shopping. It is a comparison with a few countries and UAE, Saudi Arabia and all. So UAE, a Middle East country, and they have shown a very good progress in the online purchases. Then they regularly visit. Again, pandemic situation, we cannot take it because it is a very peculiar situation we all have all over the world. Because when we are in COVID, means quarantine, and social interactions were very limited. People, all of them, they have used online platform. But that is why I took before 2019 data, and then only you will get an actual figure where the UAE or the Middle East stands. So before the COVID-19, 78% of them regularly visit website for information about the product they want to buy. But the other countries it considered as 74 or the 60 or maybe kind of. Then this is a chronological growth of digitalization till 2015, because 2017 the data updated. But again, COVID, I'll show you that when it is there in the data here. So till 2015, why? 2011, after 2002, 2011 changes were there, but the drastic change we could see in the 2011 to 2015. So this is a growth, $7 billion dollar they have earned through the digital, because of the digitalization. From 7 to it is 15 billion when it comes in 4 years. Okay, they have earned. Further, the scope of growth in digitalization, this I have shown you from 2011 to 2015. But when it comes to 2015 to 2020, the e-commerce size in GCC, see, they have used this digital platform for business. You can see 20% increase in the market value. Initial forecast, it is 30% of growth in 2020. That gray color, it is showing UAE. So see the UAE's growth from 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. It is showing, you can see that a gray color that representing UAE. UAE, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain. These are the major countries which I have taken from the GCC for the study. This is the updated forecast. Updated forecast also, when you take the penetration or the digitalization, the online platform, when we compare to other Middle East countries, UAE is coming into the first position while utilizing this online platform for their business. Then how digitalization is revolutionizing banking sector, that we will talk about. Banking also is the digitalized banking here in UAE. It has enabled 3 billion people internet access at any time, any place. That was also before COVID-19. But when it comes to, I would like to add one more point in the business area. That is now the country currently hosts 350,000 SMEs, small medium enterprises, with a total value of 300 billion dirhams. SME sector represents more than 94% of the total number of companies operating in this country, like UAE. Then you just think about the SME, small medium enterprises. More than 94% of them are SMEs here in UAE. And the digitalization, they have utilized and they have implemented this digital platform for their business, means any buddy there in other countries like India, Pakistan, or maybe Nepal, Sri Lanka, and all, because we all always we need to start a very low level of investment. It is possible here in the country. Why? Because they provide free zone area, free zone, and the main cities people usually start businesses. So if you are planning for any startup or maybe any kind of low investment, small medium enterprises, there are opportunities here in the free zone area. Free zone, you do not want any local sponsors. That also recently they have taken off that one. In any business, it is not required. But if you start in the free zone area, the liberalized policy they have adopted for the registration and the annual fee and all the things, there are opportunities here in UAE. And now in the banking sector, people, many or most of them, they have used a digital platform for the banking transactions and the activity. They usually use the PayPal, you all are aware of, VP and the Lending Club, and many these platforms usually used for the banking transaction. Then smart government, UAE has set a target by 2018 for 80% of the government services be accessed by mobile devices. But in 2021, it is 98.18%. Now it is, they are using more than 98, means 98% of the government services is able to access by mobile services. Okay, if you want to renew your car, if you want to renew your license, if you want to renew your ID, there are, it is possible through mobile device. And e-dirham prepaid cards are there. It allows citizens to pay fees of any government entity. That's what I said. Here it is used RTA, Road Transport Authority. Usually we get fines. Okay, every year we need to renew our vehicle, and all it is possible through this kind of mobile application. And 80 million total transaction actually they have generated, more than 80 million total transaction. Now I hope you will be able to understand the length and breadth of the usage of digital platform or the technology used in UAE. They are not only planning. The beauty of UAE government that I have observed, they are not only focusing on the planning, but they know how well it must be executed, implemented, and all the things. It is hassle-free, and we never face any such difficulties to use this application when they have implemented. That is another important aspect here in the technology when we discuss. And by making digitalization a national priority, UAE has created an ecosystem. That's what I said. Their objective is sustainable development for this year. So for that, their UAE's GDP, actually they are expecting only 5% from the oil resources. And this year, by this year, their objective is to enhance the competitiveness in the foreign market. So definitely that is why by making digitalization as a national priority, they giving more important to the innovation, research, and science to achieve it. So expand their economies, increase high quality jobs, and secure better quality of life for their citizen in the digital area. I discussed in the initially, I have pointed out one important thing, that is about smart government. So when we talk about 2000, okay, 2000 from 2000 onwards, when we look when we go through the journey of UAE economy, you can see in 2000 traditional government, as we talk about, there is only machines they used, and most of the thing they have done with in manually, and all the thing, it's very traditional kind of government procedures and activities were there. But in 2013 when it come, it's e-government. That's what I said. All the they have started taken the initiative for the e-platform or the e-enablement of the government services and process. All back office administration they have used, means all the document filing and all the documentation and all, they have used this kind of platform. But now currently you can see smart government and smart city. Why should I call it a smart city? You can see driverless metro here, driverless cars. They have recently introduced here in UAE. It is possible, driverless cars are there. And Salik is the another kind of, okay, so every year what we need to do is that we have to use when we the toll gate when we usually use, right? Suppose if we travel from that when we cross the border Palakkad to when we go to Coimbatore, okay, we need to give the toll. Everywhere it's the toll gate is there. UAE, it's a smart government. What they have done is that Salik is a one card that we can purchase it. Okay, so every year what we do is that we will purchase for its 100 dirhams. Okay, 100 dirham means almost 2000 rupees. Okay, so we will purchase this Salik card, and we have to put it in the that front glass. No, one glass is there in our car, in our vehicle, right? There have to place it in the front, that glass. Okay, glass in the middle, we need to place it. So once we cross the toll, okay, toll also we do not know. It is not like congested, kind of one person is sitting and it is collecting that money. That is, you cannot see here in UAE. Instead, once we pass that toll, maybe that bridge or somewhere, that particular area, this money, it will recognize, it will censor this card, and money will be deducted from your account. So already you have purchased it for 100. So that from that 100, it's a 3 dirham only. 3 dirham usually they will charge. 3 dirham means how much? It will be 15. 1 dirham is 20. So it's a 60 rupees or something like that. So what they will do, they will from this 100, they will take that 3 dirhams. Like, so you have 12,000 rupees in your account, 60 they will be taking. That's the way usually it happens. And other alternative routes also there. It's not mandatory to go, but a few people, unfortunately, they have to travel that particular place. So we all usually take it that Salik, because if unknowingly if we travel that area without the Salik card, we will get fine that we can't take it, because it will be a huge amount. It's very difficult for us. So Salik is a smart, there is no congested kind of booth or maybe people and sitting and collecting money. It is using that sensor kind of things to vehicle approaches. Once this is the way vehicle approaches this toll gate, you can see the two. The Salik, they will sensor will detect the prepaid card. So detected from the machine, the mobile sticker on the car's window screen. So in the window screen here, we will place this card, Salik card, we will place it over here. Once the vehicle approach this area, it will sensor and the money will be deducted from the account. That is usually what usually we do. Another important thing I would like to share with you is virtual reality. Virtual reality is if you come, you can see that many places it is there. Virtual theaters are there, virtual different areas. So virtual reality in the Dubai Aquarium, that is a Dubai Mall. When we go to Aquarium, is there you can use that virtual device. You can see everything, you feel it, you are there in that particular world. Okay, aquarium, you feel that we are with that whales, shark and all the thing. So it's a 360-degree experience they are providing with the help of virtual reality. That is another innovation of UAE. And virtual experience featuring videos of 12 endangered animals. Okay. That is many people, tourists, they visit UAE, different part of the world, to experience this virtual reality. Actually, that actually helps to boost the tourism sector. Tourism has played a large part in the success of economic diversification in UAE. Abu Dhabi is a 156 hotel recorded for their best year ever in terms of visitor number in 2014. And tourism is a growing industry, and they have implemented many plans. Also, they have a strategy: Dubai tourism strategy 2021, Ajman tourism strategy 2030, Sharjah tourism strategy, and all. In the Dubai tourism strategy, their objective is that also add-on point, because tourism sector, you must know that hotels, restaurant, resorts, spa, and all the thing, IMG World kind of water theme park and all. It's a big changes are happening here in UAE. You all know that Dubai is a hub of for tourism, and Dubai tourism strategy, what they have done is that they have already achieved that kind of market share, and now they are trying to maintain that market share and widen that, means increase the market share. And Dubai is focused on the visitor exports, so repeat visit. So those who come and visit Dubai, they have to encourage the visitors to come again and again. Okay, that is their plan. Sharjah tourism strategy, their objective is to Sharjah is about to focused on their religion, culture, and all the thing. So focusing on their, how can they promote their cultural factors like majlis and all the thing. Family tourism they are developing, and eco-friendly kind of. Anjuman is very not much developed area here when we consider in UAE's other Emirates. Dubai, when we consider Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and all, Anjuman is not much developed. So they are planning to focus on empowering the workforce, then potential of the laborers. Okay, how can we empower the workforce, and how can we ensure a good infrastructure how to provide. and all the thing they are planning. And now, because of that strategy, you can see now it come UAE, many hotels, 5-star hotels and all are there. They invested there in Ajman, and people now they started to go and spend their holidays there, and staycation offers are there. These all helps to boost UAE's tourism sector. When we measure the digitalization in 1990, there were 100 million personal computers worldwide, 10 million mobile phone users and all. By 2010, it is 1.5 billion PCs, 5 billion mobile phone users, and so on. Nearly all were connected with the broadband and handled browsers, we all know. During most of the ICT sector's development, impact was measured in terms of connection. The number of people reached by telecommunication lines and with the access of internet. So, in country, UAE's digitalization, as I said, we can measure it only with the connectivity, right? Quality than the quantity, we can measure it through the quality. So the digitalization process in UAE, it measured 6 key attributes. First one is ubiquity, that is a level of access to digital services and application. You will get it is accessible wherever you go in UAE, in any hotels or any mall. If you go, you will get that access. So access is it is accessible. And second one is reliability, the quality of connection. Whenever you connect to UAE, people, those who connect in UAE through digital platform, you always they ensure to get high quality internet connection. Okay, that we are enjoying. Next one, affordability. The price is also, it is cheap, and we will get a unlimited internet connectivity within a very less amount of money. Speed is another important factor. That is also we all enjoy. You can download your movie within a short span of time here in UAE. That speed and the reliability, quality is awesome, that we all are experiencing. That is why people, they likes to invest here in this country, and they are ensuring that they are not only giving that, providing that connectivity, internet connectivity across the Emirates, but they ensure the quality and the speed. Usability is another way the people can get online and the use application available there. Ability of the users, digital services they provide. So these are the attributes. When we compare all these attributes, based on that, they placed in the first position. UAE ranked in the first position, or they are growing and they are achieving, they're showing a fabulous kind of performance here in the digitalization world, because of ensuring to give the access and the they never compromise the quality of the services which they provide. It is affordable for all majority of the people, those who live in UAE, and the speed is awesome. There is no compromise, and the usability and the skill. Then when we talk about the economy here, UAE, it is a constrained economy before those who, again, that is based on the digitalization. Based on the digitalization, we can categorize the economy in a different ways. So the UAE's position is now it's an advanced economy. How they have reached into that position? When we talk about Iran and all, we know that is a transitional economy, right? Few countries, when we talk about that, it is a transitional economy. But UAE, it is advanced. How do they got that advanced? That how we can label it advanced economy? Because the country was also in 1971, in a few years, that was also same like other countries. It's a constrained economy. Digitalization score below 25. If any economy is a digitalization score is below 25, it's how barely begun to develop affordable internet connection. emerging economy, the technological wise, technical wise, we all are, most of them are economists, economic experts in economics. Okay, they are here in this session. So emerging economies, maybe we talk about evaluate in a different perspective. But in digital perspective, when we talk about one country's emerging economy, their score is between 25 to 29.9. That is a significant progress in affordable, widespread access. Reliability remains below par, capacity is limited, usage is low. But the transitional economy means, okay, that is affordable, accessible, and provide citizen with reasonable, reliable services, and usage is expanding. But advanced economy means the score of 40 and higher. That is a mature stage of digitalization. These countries have talent base that can take advantages of digital services. From this code, if you search it, you can see UAE considered as the advanced economy. It's achieved that maturity stage. The score is 40 and higher. Now, maybe you have you've got an idea about the digitalization, how it helps to transform that economy. Then I will not, it may be another only 3-4 slides will be there. So thanks for your patience to listen this session. And I will not bore you. And it is only few more slides left. Global scenario, again, we know that's what I discussed there. Global scenario, this is a reason, the transitional, traditional to the advanced economy. When we talk about this is a case, then GCC, when we consider when skills are transformed to more countries and better government structure are put in place, the implementation and usage of new technology generally accelerated. Now, in the Middle East actually are bypassing intermediate phases. Okay, they never go to the one phase to another. Each phase by phase development were not there in the case of Middle East, especially UAE. They bypassing intermediate phase and jumping directly into the high level of digitalization. Then what is the opportunity here in UAE? Digital transformation presents $4.9 billion worth of opportunity for Dubai over the next 5 years, according to the latest statistics. With the government undertaking numerous smart initiatives and especially in the utilities, transportation, aviation, tourism. Now, I would say computer, technology, that field also, information and technology field also, there are immense of opportunity there in UAE. I would say in investment and the job opportunity. So any of your relatives, maybe my students are listening this session. So you must be, I'm not, I don't know, maybe they are research students or any UG students are attending this session. Please, I would like to suggest you one important thing. Focus on your goal. That is very, very important. Set your goal. During pandemic, I know that the education had not happened properly, but thankfully now you all are maybe, it is shifted to on-campus classes. Utilize it maximum, and please keep in touch with the faculty members, and they are not tech-savvy people like you. Technologically, maybe they do not have much knowledge as you are having, but they all are experienced. They all have faced a lot of things in their life. That all will help you to lead your life. That all will help you to set your goal. So my students, please set your goal and focus on in it. Try to learn and to score good marks. This will help you to be an industry ready person. Then a lot of opportunities are awaiting for you, not only in UAE, other countries also. So tourism, transportation, aviation, or when we talk about ICT, they need knowledgeable or the professional or the certified people like you. So global smart cities already, UAE reduced water consumption by 50%, enhanced energy saving by 30%. They reduced traffic by 30% in UAE. Okay, they now many the good infrastructure is another the key point USP of UAE. Many the road 4 lanes roads, 6-lane roads, and the overbridge and all. Not only for the beautification, but they just reduce traffic by 30%. And in Dubai, it's a city-wide Wi-Fi is the backbone of smart mobile government services. Smart transport such as NOL card that usually we use while we use public transportation, public bus, or maybe metro services. We usually NOL card. Salik, I already explained. Driverless Dubai Metro reduced traffic fatalities from 2015 and less than 4% in 2014 and considerable reduction in 2020. Population, the transportation also it's growing, and 1 million job by 22 to 2.1 million job by 2020. They are expecting here. They expected, but because of the COVID, kind of reduction were there. But don't worry, because of the Expo 2020, drastic change in the job opportunity, the labor market here in UAE. So when we conclude, in just a few decades, the country, especially Dubai, has reinvented itself a quiet fishing port of global investment hub and leading travel destination. Now renowned record-setting skyline, driverless metro, man-made islands. So in the UAE's Vision 2021 plan for diversifying the economy and creating a sustainable economy, as I discussed to you, making the vision a reality. So the gross official reserve for the UAE would grow from 76.8 billion in 2015 to 118.4 billion in 2020. The current account surplus is 33.4 billion. So account surplus in the sense export and import balance of payment I am talking about. So it is showing surplus, and we all know that it is a kind of differences there in the GDP because of the COVID-19, but they are expecting the growth in 2021. This was the expected one. So net positive impact on the GDP because of the transformation from oil sector to non-oil sector in UAE. UAE, their objective was the transformation from oil sector to non-oil. So how it could be a transformation, how it could be possible? There was only one answer: digital disruption. Now, when through this discussion, maybe you also could be able to understand how was the journey and how could they achieve it. Okay, so now you, I think one video is there. You will get an So in 1971 to 2021, every year, just like India or other economy, their objective also growth and development only, but they have changed the focus. That's it. That's what they are discussing here. Just listen. Okay, so digitalization is not a passing trend. It is it is the evolution that is happening right now. Then this is my last slide. I would show you. I think. Am I running out of time? Now it is what time? I didn't check. So sorry. If you have time, then I will show you this video. It's a 1 minute. Otherwise, we can
You can conclude, ma'am. You can conclude after that. No problem.
After that, right?
Yeah, yes. Yes.
It's time up, right?
Yeah, no problem. 5 minutes, okay.
2 minutes only. 1 minute only.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So this is the expo. I think this is a very relevant for you. I hope, because now the Expo 2020 is 2021 is happening here in UAE. Maybe you all are aware of. This is just a glimpse of things what is happening right now here in UAE. Just to watch, it's 1 minute only.
Download today at grammarly.com.
It's time up, right?
Yeah, no problem. 5 minutes, okay.
2 minutes only. 1 minute only.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So this is the expo. I think this is a very relevant for you. I hope, because now the Expo 2020 is 2021 is happening here in UAE. Maybe you all are aware of. This is just a glimpse of things what is happening right now here in UAE. Just to watch, it's 1 minute only. So this is it's time up, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Then
5 minutes, okay.
this is the 2 minutes only. 1 minute only.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So this is the expo. I think this is a very relevant for you. I hope, because now the Expo 2020 is 2021 is happening here in UAE. Maybe you all are aware of. This is just a glimpse of things what is happening right now here in UAE. Just to watch, it's 1 minute only. Okay. So why I just show this video is the purpose is that so these many countries are visiting UAE, and they all are involved in this new initiative, and definitely as you know, a lot of money they have invested, huge amount of investment money they have already invested in this Expo 2020. Definitely UAE is looking forward and for the new investment and employment opportunities. It's time up, right?
Yeah, no problem.
In this digital era,
5 minutes, okay.
artificial intelligence is playing 2 minutes only, 1 minute only. Digital
Yes,
payment
ma'am.
industries in UAE. So around 80% of the digital payment have already contactless in UAE. Contactless. The UAE has been clear for you. I hope digital because now the Expo 2020 is 2021 is happening. Yes. So but you all are aware of. This is just according to PwC, things what is happening right now. Intelligence is estimated to just to watch, it's 1 minute only. Okay. So why I just show this video is the purpose is that so these many countries are visiting UAE, and they all are involved in this new initiative, and they a lot of money they have invested, huge amount of investment money they have already invested in this Expo 2020. Definitely UAE is looking them to forward and for the new investment and employment opportunities. It's time up, right? Digital economy,
Yeah, no problem.
digitalized economy. From the digital era,
5 minutes, okay.
artificial intelligence is playing 2 minutes only, 1 minute only. Digital
Yes,
payment
ma'am.
industries in UAE. So around 80% of the digital payment have already contactless in UAE. But the UAE has been clear for you. I hope because now it's very important to share all this. Yes, so you all are aware. I know that it is so I just going to introduce means what is happening right now here in this discussion. Just watch it 1 minute only. Okay. So why I just show this video? The purpose is that these many countries are visiting UAE and they are having various activities we saw like news in the different UAE provides the money that you mentioned to work out here and invest like all the cities already in and down in the university and these we are going them forward with this research from many new investment and deployment of digital right
Yeah, no problem.
focus on your studies this digital
5 minutes, okay.
artificial intelligence like 2 minutes only then it will help you to become around 80% of the payment have already contacted like you say here to UAE because now it's very important to share all this. Yes, so you all are aware. I know that
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening words. The session was really inspiring.
means
Now
what
we
is
have a
happening
query
right
which
now
has
here in this discussion. Just watch it 1 minute only. Okay. So why I just show this
the
video?
question is by
Purpose is that
CA
these
Raj.
many countries are visiting
A respected
UAE
ma'am,
and
on
they are
behalf of
having
all, thanks
various
for your valuable
activities we saw like news in the different UAE and it's very kind personal presentation to work out here and I will in the education in and down in the commerce and faculty those who are here any students if they wish to invest from any new investment and digital opportunities right
Yeah, no
those who
problem.
are wish to share here digital
5 minutes, okay.
artificial intelligence like 2 minutes only if it's a school around 80% of the payment have already contacted and like you say here to UAE because now it's very important to share all this. Yes, so you all are aware. I know that
Thank you, ma'am, for your
so
enlightening words.
just the Western universities here in UAE, they
The
already
session was
introduced
really
means
inspiring.
what
Now
is
we have a
happening
query which
right
has
now here in this discussion. Just watch it 1 minute only. Okay. So why I just show this
the
video?
question is by
Purpose is that
CA
these
Raj.
many countries are visiting
A respected
UAE
ma'am,
and
on
they are
behalf of
having
all, thanks
various
for your valuable
activities we saw like news in the different UAE and it's very kind personal presentation to work out here and I will in the education in and down in the commerce and faculty those who are here any students if they wish to invest from any new investment and digital opportunities right
Yeah, no
those who
problem.
are wish to share here digital
5 minutes, okay.
artificial intelligence like 2 minutes only if it's a school around 80% of the payment have already contacted and like you say here to UAE because now it's very important to share all this. Yes, so you all are aware.
Thank you, ma'am, for your
So
enlightening words.
just the Western universities here in UAE, they
The session
already
was really
introduced means
Now we have a query which has
many I know that many countries are disagree. So why I just show this
the
video?
question is by
Purpose is that
CA Raj.
these many countries are visiting
A respected
UAE
ma'am,
and
on
they are
behalf of
having
all, thanks
various
for your valuable
activities we saw like news in the different and it's very kind personal presentation to work out here and I will in the education in and down in the commerce and faculty those who are here any student if they wish to invest from any new investment and digital opportunities
Yeah, no
those who
problem.
are wish to share here digital
5 minutes, okay.
opportunities you can go to their website and if it's a school around 80% of the payment have already contacted colleges and like you say here to UAE because now it's very important to share all this. Yes, so you all are aware.
Thank you, ma'am, for your enlightening words.
Now, once you 5 years, I was working
The session was
means
Now we have a query which has
here many I know that many countries are disagree. So why I just show this
the
video?
question is by
Purpose is that
CA Raj.
these many countries are once
A respected ma'am, on
visiting
behalf of all, thanks
various
for your valuable
here like news in the different and it's very kind personal presentation to work out here and I will in the education in and down in the commerce
Yeah, no problem. Come on, 5 minutes only.
Based on your performance, they all will give a demonstration classes. When you get a demonstration class, they are always yes. So
Thank you, ma'am, for this enlightening words.
5 years I was working.
Absolutely no doubt. Now we have a question for you. The question is by Sri Raj.
Yeah, no problem. Come on, 5 minutes only.
And based on your performance, they all will give a demonstration classes. When you get a demonstration class, they are every year it's yes. So
Thank you, ma'am, for this enlightening words.
5 years I was working.
Absolutely no doubt. Now we have a question for you. The question is by Sri Raj.
Yeah, no problem. Come on, 5 minutes only.
And based on your performance, they all will give a demonstration classes. Every year it's
Thank you, ma'am. Now I will help you. Thank you, ma'am, for this enlightening words.
5 years I was working.
Absolutely no doubt. Now we have a question for you.
The question is how to understand
Sri Raj.
for a participant
with the developments across UAE, which is part of
yeah, no problem. Come on, 5 minutes only.
and based on your performance, they all will give a demonstration classes. Every year it's yes.
Thank you, ma'am, for this enlightening words.
5 years I was working.
Absolutely no doubt. Now we have a question for you.
The question is how to understand
Sri Raj.
for a participant
here with us in this part of conference UAE, which is part of
yeah, no problem.
and all the participants for their participation. Thank you very much. Here with us in the Grove part of UAE. And all the participants for their participation. Thank you. Here with us in the Grove part of and all the participants for their participation.